Thailand has long maintained a global reputation as a safe haven for trans people and as a place where gender diversity is embraced rather than feared. The country has been rightfully celebrated for its visible queer communities and its rich cultural and historic perspectives on gender. Understandably, trans tourists and immigrants alike are flocking to Thailand more and more with each passing year, not only for its inclusive society, but also for its modern and at times even futuristic cityscapes, its breathtaking tropical beaches and national parks, and of course, to enjoy what is widely considered to be one of the best cuisines in the world. All of this has given Thailand the status of an almost symbolic destination for many in the community, an imagined land free from discrimination, systemic oppression, and legal obstacles. But what does life really look like for trans people in Thailand? How far has the country truly come? And can it actually be considered a good country for trans people, despite some key legal shortcomings? Well, let's first address the elephant in the room. Can trans people in Thailand change their legal gender? No. It will likely come as a surprise to many that in Thailand, trans people can't change their legal gender under any circumstances. Not after surgery, and not after a medical diagnosis. It is simply not possible to have one's gender amended on any official documentation. This is despite the fact that far more conservative countries in Asia, like South Korea, Pakistan, Nepal, and Uzbekistan, do allow for legal gender changes without medical intervention, and many other countries like China, India, Kazakhstan, Vietnam, and Indonesia approve legal gender changes after surgery. So, on this issue, Thailand is not only behind most of Europe and the Americas, but is even behind most of its neighbors. It likely goes without saying, then, that Thailand also does not allow non-binary people to have gender-neutral documents or any legal recognition whatsoever. So, what this means is that whatever sex is on your birth certificate is the same one that trans and non-binary people are currently stuck with forever. For those who are exceptionally observant, the reason you do not see an M or F on official documents like the Thai national ID cards is because in Thailand they use the terms Mr. and Miss to communicate gender instead of singular letters or characters. Now, the inability of trans people to change their gender on such documents is in of itself disappointing to say the least, especially in a country with such a strong reputation within our community. However, it is worth remembering that quality of life goes beyond documents, and it's in these other areas that Thailand truly shines and rises above much of the world. For example, not only is gender-affirming care completely legal and accessible in Thailand, but the country even gives free HRT to its citizens through its public healthcare system. No questions asked. In terms of access to hormones, Thailand is perhaps the single best country on Earth. Additionally, for those seeking gender-affirming surgical procedures, the country also has earned a global reputation for affordable and increasingly high-quality care. In the past, some people may have been worried about the safety of medical tourism in Thailand, but these days it is considered to be world-class. So, Thailand truly is unique. It's a place where it's literally impossible to change your legal gender, but where HRT is free, and trans-inclusive healthcare, more broadly, is largely destigmatized, safe, and cost-effective. One question many may still have, however, is that of public opinion, and how trans people are viewed in Thai society. Because, in many respects, societal acceptance is almost as important as laws, especially when it comes to safety, employment, and overall quality of life. Well, this is also an area in which Thailand is incredible. One 2024 poll from Ipsos found that 81% of those polled in Thailand supported gender-affirming care access for teens, with only 11% of people opposed. Another 2024 poll from Ipsos found that 82% of Thai respondents believed that trans people should have access to public facilities like bathrooms that match their correct gender. Additionally, despite the country not yet having legal recognition for non-binary people, 77% of those polled support the idea of gender-neutral documentation being made an option for non-binary and gender-diverse people more broadly. In terms of trans athletes, 53% of people are in favor, with just 20% being against. This is the highest rate of support for trans people in sports out of any country polled in this particular study. Now, perhaps one of the main reasons for Thailand's openness to trans and non-binary people is found in its religious and cultural heritage, as monotheistic, bigoted, oppressive religions like Christianity and Islam never became dominant in the country. For over 2,000 years, Buddhism has been the largest religion in Thailand, and it is a religion that celebrates the duality of masculine and feminine in everything. It is also far more open to diverse expressions of gender, so anti-queerness was never a historic issue in the country. You see, Thailand was one of the countries in Asia to be least impacted by Islamic trade routes, and also one of the least impacted by European Christian colonialism. As such, the harmful and regressive ideas found in monotheistic religions barely touched the country until very recently, and even today, only small communities of such call Thailand home. All this goes some way in explaining the country's legendary openness to LGBTQ people. Of course, it is a bit of an oversimplification, and the impact of Thai history and religion on queer rights is a complex and fascinating subject of its own. But the most important takeaways are clear enough. Still, despite this generally affirming ancient history, religion, and culture, even in 2025, Thailand certainly has some key laws that need to be passed. Just this year, marriage equality and adoption rights for queer people came into effect. And now, LGBTQ activists in the country are able to turn their attention to legal recognition for trans and non-binary people, along with a future ban on conversion therapy. I will add that it is my belief and understanding that these areas in which Thailand is still lacking will be remedied in the very near future. It would not surprise me if in 1 or 2 years from now, Thailand does not only still have the highest public opinion of trans people and the most accessible gender-affirming care in the world, but also has some of the best laws too. Naturally, it goes without saying that no country is perfect. Transphobia still exists in Thailand, and even the very positive polls indicate that 10 to 15% of people in the country still oppose trans rights. Yes, this number is smaller than just about everywhere else in the world, but it still shows that safety needs to be exercised everywhere, and that Thailand is a real country with real challenges and not some magical safe haven where bad things can't happen. Equaldex currently ranks Thailand 29th in the world in terms of LGBTQ rights, a rank that will only increase as new pieces of pro-trans legislation make their way through the government. And yet, in the meantime, Thailand is already one of the most open, accepting, and free places on Earth. It is a country that is looking towards the future and is getting better on almost every metric each year, which is something very few places in the world can genuinely say. So, for everyone who has ever wondered if Thailand truly is a great place for trans and non-binary people, the simple answer is yes. Yes, and it seems the situation will just keep getting better in the years to come. Thank you, friends, for watching and spending time today with me, as we seek to spread the word about important topics in the community. For those interested, you are more than welcome to stay around and join our increasingly powerful kingdom here on YouTube as we fight for our future. Until next time, QK out.